Welcome everyone to the Everything Show, episode 303. I'm your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Greetings from Tampa, Florida.
What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Gloria?
Hello, everybody.
What's up, James?
Alonzi.
What's up, Mike D?
Joe and I are not fighting.com.
Yeah. All right. Very good. What's up? Chris, what do you have for us?
Okay, so yesterday, I know yesterday was April Fool's Day, but there was some legitimate news that came out for a few different movies yesterday. One of them is a rumor, but one of them is also highly confirmed. For those of you who don't know, Toho is making another Godzilla movie for 2016. It's totally separate from the Legendary series, so they're preparing to revamp their whole Godzilla series, and this is the first one that they're making since 2004. And the news that came out yesterday was they confirmed that there's going to be two directors, and both of the directors worked prior on I might be saying this wrong, but Evangelion is the anime and the animated movies that they did, and one of them did a very good short film that I highly recommend to everybody. It's called A Giant God Warrior Appears in Tokyo. I know that's kind of a weird title, but it's definitely worth checking out. And they put the poster of the new Godzilla film, and it has it's just a picture of his footprint, and this is what apparently his foot, I guess, is going to look like. But this is the first clue that we've gotten for this new Godzilla design. And the director, his quote, I'm going to paraphrase here, but he said he wants to do Godzilla in a totally different way that nobody's ever seen him before, and he wants to make him like a nightmare. That's all he's saying right now. He wants to make like a nightmare version of Godzilla. So I'm happy. Godzilla's my favorite fictional character, and I've always wanted to see a really badass, like, kick-your-ass Godzilla. So I couldn't be happier hearing this, and if it's anything like the short film they did, I'm all for it. I can't wait for it next year.
I didn't know he was such a huge fan of Godzilla.
Yep.
This could be cool.
Well, yeah, the last film was actually pretty entertaining. I think they were going in the right direction with doing that,
Yeah.
the way that they executed the last film. So, yeah, I'd be interested in seeing something like that.
I'm actually a huge, as much as I love Doctor Who and Spider-Man, Godzilla's the other thing as well. That's how much I like Godzilla. So, big Godzilla fan. So I really love Godzilla. What about you, James?
Yeah, I like Godzilla, but they just keep changing from film to film, though. So, and that last Godzilla, it was all right, but you didn't see Godzilla until like last 40 minutes into the movie. But it was good, though. It did a good job.
Connor?
Yeah, I like Godzilla as well. Yeah, it's a good film franchise, and it's good to see that it's continuing in its original home, Japan. So, sounds like good news.
The last one we had, Chris, was Final Wars, right?
Yeah, Final Wars was the last one, and they said they were done. The Toho said that they had a pool, because all the water scenes that they did, they have a giant stage that they can fill with water. It's watertight, so they don't ever have to worry about leaks getting into by the equipment or anything. And they would actually use the suits in this pool, and that's how they would do it. And then they destroyed all of that, as far as I know, after Final Wars. So I'm guessing, because one of the things that a lot of people, myself included, think they're going to do is, I don't think they're going to go back to suitimation in Toho with this next Godzilla movie. I think that they're going to go full CGI, because they did a demonstration. They're making a live-action Attack on Titan movie with full CGI, and it looks great. And I really think that, again, check out that short film that I said. That's all CGI as well, as far as I know. It looks great. The monster, or the monsters, I should say, in that short film they're really unsettling. Their appearance is really, it just looks weird. And if it's anything that's going to be like that for this Godzilla movie, this is going to be crazy. So I'm all for this Godzilla movie.
If I could just add the box office numbers for the 2014 American Godzilla, it did worldwide $528,676,069, with a budget of $160 million. Now I heard that it had an amazing release in Japan, and we talked about this, Chris, many different everything shows where we were under the impression that the family wanted Godzilla dead, and they wound up selling the rights to Legendary Pictures, right?
Yeah, the whole story goes that originally they were going to make a 40-minute 3D Godzilla movie that was going to be the sequel to Godzilla vs. Hedorah,
Yes.
or Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster over here. And they took the rights to Legendary, and Legendary said, well, let's just make this a whole movie. Why not just blow this up like we want to do it? And that's how 2014 came about.
Now, but wasn't there a clause in there that if Godzilla did beyond a certain amount of money, that Toho would be allowed still to do their own version?
I think it was something like they didn't give up they didn't completely give up the rights to it, because they would never do that, because I mean Godzilla over there is like their it's like one of their national icons over there.
Okay.
So I don't think they ever gave up completely doing the rights to it. I think they just told Legendary, like, we're gonna kind of ease away from doing these type of movies. But then after seeing the success and the demand for these type of movies now, especially for Godzilla, they were like, we have to make more. Because this is crazy.
Then I was wrong for reporting that back then, because I was under the impression that they did, and then it's changed our minds because we didn't know this was going to happen, Chris.
We didn't know, yeah, I didn't know until literally the end of last year in November. They came out and said, yeah, we're making another movie. And I said, well, why are they doing that along with Legendary? But then when they said, you know, they're doing it separate and they want to kind of make a series out of this again, I said, I'm not going to complain. We're going to get double Godzilla movies each year.
Right, we got our American, we got that version, but they also bought the rights to King Kong.
Yeah.
Which is going to have next year with Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki, is going to be in Skull Island.
Actually, it got moved to 2017.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had to move it to 2017. So that means that you were getting Kong and Pacific Rim 2 in both in 2017.
And the rumor is that in 2020 we were going to have King Kong versus Godzilla 2. That's the rumor.
Hoping.
So, all right. Who's going to do it in the next article?
I have some news. I watched this. I think it was this past Tuesday, March 31st. It came on TV Land called Younger. I watched. There were 2 episodes. So they played, you know, one right after the other. The pilot episode, and Eliza shows her oats for the second episode. The show's really cool. I liked it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I wanted to give it a shot because Hilary Duff's in it, and I like Hilary Duff from Lizzie McGuire. So I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. It was a lot. I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. You know, I like that. My favorite character is Eliza Miller, the main character, and then of course Hilary Duff's character. I like her second. Debbie Mazar is in it. It's just really funny, you know, story about a woman who's divorced. She has a grown daughter. She's out on her own. She got divorced, so she wants to go back into the business of working. You know, the working and everything. So she with her friend, with the help from her friend, she decides to change everything about her life and make everybody believe she's younger. 25, you know, in the 20s instead of in her 40s. And she succeeds, gets the job and everything at a publishing place, I think. And she falls for this guy, starts going out with this guy who's younger, and and it's just a really funny show. And one of the coworkers is Hilary Duff's character, Kelsey Peters, and it was really fun to watch. It was a fun watch. I laughed. I found myself laughing during it. So I want to keep watching it. It comes on every Tuesday on TV Land at 8 p.m.
I was wondering what it was about because I saw it all over buses in New York,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the hell is that?
Well, Darren Star is the producer of it. He's the guy behind Melrose Place, 90210, and Sex and the City.
But it doesn't feel like that though. It's younger. I mean, it's sort of because of all the girl power kind of thing, but it felt more like a comedy than a you know how Sex and the City was. It's not exactly that hard on with how serious they get with the the younger crowd, but it's funny in a good way. I didn't see anything bad about it. I was very cautious with it because I know it's like it could have some stuff that they talk about on Sex and the City, which I didn't like. But they didn't go that far into that stuff. It was more like just funny, haha. It's just like it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I was like, I'm going to keep watching. So, I mean, there was a couple of things that I didn't like, but overall it was good.
Well, has anybody been watching The Flash?
Yeah.
The Flash is good.
Yeah, it is. I like it too.
Next article.
Hmm.
Chris, you had something else, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm taking up most of this podcast, but
No, that's fine.
it's there's a big Star Wars rumor that just came out. Again, now this is what I was talking about before. This may just be a rumor, so there may be nothing to this, but I found it pretty interesting because it does fit in line with a lot of the other stuff. This is a potential spoiler, so if you don't want to hear, stop watching.
You have 5 seconds to turn away from this podcast or else hear the Star Wars Force Awakens spoiler. Possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thumbs up, Joe, when you're done, because I'm muting you.
What?
Or muting myself so I can't hear you.
Okay. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, so as of right now, the main villain is he's going by the name Kylo Ren, and this villain is possibly Han Solo's son, because the rumor has it that there's a scene in the movie where he's chasing the Millennium Falcon, and his ship winds up shooting it down, and I guess Chewbacca and Han and everyone else who's in the Falcon, they get out, they escape into whatever planet they crashed on, and Kylo Ren boards the Millennium Falcon, and he goes into the cockpit with these stormtroopers, and he tells the stormtroopers to get out of the ship, and he sits in the pilot's seat, and they said that he has like an emotional moment while he's sitting in the pilot's seat, and then that's how this scene apparently ends. And apparently a lot of fans are attributing this to maybe he's been on the Falcon before, and that's why he has this emotional moment. I think it sounds cool. I'd like to see a villain have a bit more of an emotional attachment to the characters. I mean, I know Vader was, Luke and Leia's father, but having, Han Solo's son be the villain, I think that'd be kind of a cool twist. So that was just a rumor. Again, I don't know how true it is, but just something I wanted to report while we were on here.
Now, I also heard rumor that Han Solo dies in this movie.
Yes.
Which pushes his son over the edge to be, like, evil, right?
Well, the rumor that I've heard is that Kylo Ren actually is the one who kills Han Solo.
Oh, okay. I heard that.
In this place, or this weird, like they call it the Castle of Evil, or something like that.
I heard it was Luke by accident or something.
Yeah.
Well, I read today earlier that there was a breakdown of the trailer, allegedly, that's going to be released for the Age of Ultron regarding
Ooh.
Star Wars.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it really goes into a lot of detail with a lot of scenes. You know, where you see Han, you see like a kind of a jungle planet, and Luke appears at the very end, and he's kind of shrouded in a hood. He kind of looks up menacingly at the camera. So
That sounds
that
cool.
sounded cool. Well, yeah, I mean, I could probably dig it up if we needed a play-by-play on that, but I mean, it's let me find it real quick.
It's interesting, Mike, that you said that jungle planet because I've heard that come up in other rumors too. That
Yeah,
they're on the
apparently.
jungle planet.
Yeah, they're saying, or they're reporting, that the jungle planet's going to play quite an important part in the second of this new trilogy, but it's going to have some part, at least, in the first part of the trilogy itself. Let me find that article.
And that's it might be the same one because in the trailer you see Kylo Ren at the end. That's where he ignites his lightsaber. It looks like it's a jungle planet covered in snow, but like he's in a jungle.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the. I read it like earlier this morning. I had a little case of insomnia, and I was sitting in bed going through my iPhone and pulled it up. But they actually went quite in depth, where like the trailer starts with an AT-AT in the desert that's actually been like fallen and is in like disrepair.
Oh wow!
It starts with that scene, and then it goes through like the jungle thing, and then it shows Han, and then it shows like Leia and C-3PO in a base, some sort of like I guess base similar to what happened in Star Wars, and then it cuts to like R2-D2 real quick making his beeps, and then
Yeah.
they cut to Han Solo looking kind of past the camera at something, and then it culminates with Luke Skywalker shrouded in the hood, kind of looking up menacingly at the camera, and then it cuts off. It says, Star Wars.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it.
That it's funny too because when you were describing that the AT-AT that was like turned over, there's
Yeah.
concept art of that was released months ago. So that's pretty cool.
Do you think Luke's turning to the dark side or what?
I don't know. That would be.
Well, they say that the film, according to this article, I remember something now that you mentioned it, was about a lightsaber. Somehow a lightsaber, like, that's kind of like the instrument that kicks off this whole new trilogy. Is somehow a lightsaber shows up, and it said that there are like a couple of characters in a cave, and they ignite the lightsaber, or turn it on, whatever verbiage you want to use, and it's like a green lightsaber, and the voice at the beginning of the trailer says something about, let me tell you the story of how this came to be. And the narrator kind of goes throughout the trailer talking to you about that, and that kind of is the narration going over the whole trailer itself. But it's about like 1 minute and 6 seconds long from what I've read.
Now, it can't be the lightsaber that Luke lost his hand because it was a blue lightsaber that fell down the thing.
God, I want to find this. Give me a minute or so. Let me find this, because it's really worth reading. It
can't be Anakin's lightsaber when Ben Kenobi got him into the lava, because that was a blue lightsaber.
It could be Luke's saber from Return of the Jedi.
Yes, maybe he just left it somewhere or something.
Because he throws it at the end of that movie. Because right before the Emperor is about to hit him with the Force, with the Sith lightning, he throws the lightsaber to the side. You can actually hear it hitting the floor. So, I mean...
Somebody has a lightsaber.
Yeah. Unless it's a totally new lightsaber. Like, maybe somebody made a new one. Maybe it's a different Jedi or something.
Has to be Luke's green lightsaber from Jedi.
And did they clone the Emperor?
Huh?
Actually, I found the article when you're ready.
Yeah.
The trailer, this is alleged, of course. It's on ScreenRant.com. They are saying that it's reported that the new trailer that's going to be attached to the beginning of Age of Ultron is the trailer opens with an image of a desert planet. A destroyed AT-AT is shown laying on its side. as footage of a forest location believed to be Puzzlewood, where some filming took place, with a large structure is shown. A voiceover begins. Thought to be Lupita Nyong'o, the actress apparently, says, "I shall show you the story." The trailer cuts to a shot of a large city in a tropical location. The city's possibly on the water. The voiceover continues, "of who you seek." As a cloaked figure, Luke, in question marks there, stands on top of stone steps on a high green hill. The voiceover continues, "the one who taught me." So they're basically saying, "I shall show you the story of who you seek, the one who taught me," referring to Luke. As the voiceover concludes, "I know why the weapon came to you." We are shown a shot of Finn, Rey, and a blue alien in a dark cave. Finn ignites a green-bladed lightsaber. Rey looks on in the background, disturbed. As the trailer moves to a series of quick shots, we see Han Solo looking past the camera. A TIE fighter is seen attacking the forest location from earlier in the trailer. A POV shot of Kylo Ren shows the evildoer approaching someone on the ground. People run in the city shown earlier. R2-D2 makes a forlorn beep. C-3PO and Leia are featured in a location resembling a base command center. A new voiceover, thought to be Andy Serkis, says, "Don't get too sentimental." This plays over a shot of Han looking at Leia and then walking towards the Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca. In the snowy forest from the teaser, we see a shot of Finn holding the lightsaber, protecting Rey. Han says, "You can do this, kid. I believe in you." The final shot is a close-up of a hooded figure looking up. It is Luke. That's it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I don't think Luke's going to become evil. But then again, I don't know who the villain is really.
I think they're probably more than likely keeping Luke like a mystery, like you're not sure really what's going on with him, and that's going to continue throughout the trilogy. I think that's going to be an ongoing sort of arc where you're not really sure of what's going on with Luke. He's kind of like the unknown element within the story going on.
Could it be that the villain is really the Emperor, but they don't reveal it until like the next movie? Like, is it really? I mean, could it be Kylo Ren? Could it be Luke? Could it be? I mean, maybe he's just, because always two there are a master and apprentice. So that's what Yoda said. So.
Well, a friend of mine thinks that the name Kylo Ren, and he also thinks the name Finn and Rey are also, they're actually false names. Because he sent me a message on Facebook, and if you take part of Skywalker and Solo, you can put that together and it makes Kylo Ren. And it was like, okay, but or just make Kylo, not Ren. I said, okay, maybe they're using it as code for something, but I mean, I don't know.
Oh, that's right, Kylo.
Yeah, it's the KY in Skywalker and the LO
right
in Solo.
So they're all phony names.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at it like this though, because in Star Wars they had the Clone Wars, so they couldn't clone the Emperor or clone anybody else, because they had that clone planet.
Yeah, they could clone the Emperor or something. That's weird. Gloria, anything on Star Wars? Anything to say about it, or Connor?
I sent Gloria the link to the trailer.
You're probably watching it.
Connor? Well, it's not the actual trailer, right? It's the synopsis, right?
Yeah, the synopsis. She's probably reading the bullet points on there right now. We might want to get her reaction after she reads it.
Okay.
Connor wasn't feeling well earlier today, so
Come in.
you might be laying down right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the odds that we're going to see like a Ghost Yoda or something ridiculous?
Ghost
think?
Yoda.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're gonna save all that till Episode 8, honestly.
Yeah. Boba Fett in this movie?
No.
Really?
I don't, because I think one of these new characters is apparently going to be a new bounty hunter that they're trying to get going. Like they're trying to make her popular or something. It's one of the female characters.
So Han Solo's kid is definitely a Jedi or a Sith. It's not going to become like a Boba Fett or something.
Well, I mean, the rumor that I've heard right now is there's a strong possibility that whoever Kylo Ren is apparently Han Solo's son, whether or daughter, because there's a chance Kylo Ren could be female too. We don't know. We don't know what they look like. So.
And what about Luke? Does he have kids?
There's another rumor. I mean, all these rumors that one of the characters, one of the younger characters, was playing his son, but they confirmed that he's not. He's playing someone called the General. He's like an Empire general or something.
Ah.
Yeah.
What about?
Well, the female actress that they have prominently in the film, they're leaning heavily in the rumor mill that that's going to be the daughter of Han and Leia.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
The one that jumps on the speeder bike at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
But who's the stormtrooper guy?
That's Finn. The guy they keep calling Finn. Apparently he's like force sensitive or something, and he just doesn't know until he gets involved in all this stuff.
Okay.
And Finn might actually be the sort of the Luke Skywalker type character for this trilogy, where he's going to start at a very humble means, and then he's going to become like a big hero throughout the trilogy.
I thought the hero was supposed to be
the
female. I thought the female was supposed to be.
Well, I mean, maybe they're gonna have like two main characters. Will be Finn and
because
the other girl.
Isn't it supposed to end where the female gets the end looking for Luke, and she finds out that he's like evil, and she gets all depressing and stuff or something. Like he's holding like Darth Vader's mask, and it looks like he's more Emperor, evilistic like Luke, and like isn't that supposed to?
We're gonna have to wait till the first trailer, because if Luke is in the first trailer and he doesn't, because I don't think Luke's evil. I think he's staying neutral. He's not trying to tip the balance for the Empire or the Rebellion.
Okay.
I think he's just not doing.
Yeah,
anything.
I think Luke's kind of taken on a position like Obi-Wan, where he's kind of like a hermit out there. And he's kind of sticking to his own for whatever agenda or reason he has to his own. But I don't think Luke's going to end up being, if anything, they might kind of allude to the fact where he might actually be like a little bit in his seclusion. He might have become a little bit swayed towards maybe being drawn towards the dark side, because I think he's sequestered himself away from the friends and family he's had. And I think that's been a negative effect on him. And I think that's what you're going to see. They want to keep Luke where you're not sure, because that's a good sway where they're going to swerve to where you're expecting Luke's going to be like some huge bad guy in this, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think that you're going to see like it's kind of like a replay of what happened with maybe to a lesser degree with Vader, his father. But I don't think it's going to get that far. Like he's not going to go to that extreme. It's going to be more like he's being like. It's kind of like Ripley in that one Aliens film where you're not really sure what's going on with that character, and you're always constantly like trying to figure out, is this person like what side are they on? Have they really been influenced by bad or evil or whatever, or are they on our side? He's going to be like the unknown equation, like I said.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see Finn. I really think you're going to see him kind of be like the Luke character of the trilogy, to where throughout each film he's going to have more prominence, and he's going to end up having a part just like Luke did in the original trilogy, where he's going to be a person of humble beginnings who's going to be a hero by the end of the trilogy.
Yeah.
Much like Luke.
It's interesting too that he starts out as a stormtrooper. That's a cool way to kind of start out his story arc.
Gloria, did you see it?
The trailer?
The synopsis?
Not yet.
Oh.
I haven't got a longer full trailer yet.
Okay. No, well, I mean the trailer's coming to Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
You've seen the original trailer, right,
Yeah,
Gloria?
the original, yeah. The original, the shorter one, yeah. And that was great.
Anything else on Star Wars, or you want to go to the next article? What's up to you, Chris?
Oh no, that was all I had.
I think it's interesting that they're keeping the attention on bringing back some of the older characters, and I think they're really disguising who's going to be the big baddie of the trilogy.
Yeah.
And they're really trying to divert attention towards, hey, Han, Leia, Luke, all these people are coming back, and they're being a little vague about who really the villain is. So I would expect it's going to be something that they're really wanting to keep hidden, to a very huge degree. And that's why they're putting Luke out there like he's the evil influenced one, to try and divert attention that way. Because there's something they're keeping up their sleeve about this that's going to be a big revelation about this. Maybe it's Jar Jar Binks. Who knows?
I had a funny conversation with my sister. My nieces, they watched Star Wars for the first time, and my godchild Zoe, she hates Jar Jar Binks, and she's like ripping Jar Jar Binks to shreds. She's gonna be 6, and I just found it funny how they hated the prequels, and it is so young, and it's like now they're going out, they're asking my sister to go buy all the Star Wars stuff, but they love Luke, they love Yoda, but when it came to the prequels, they were like, my 6-year-old godchild is like picking out all the things that are wrong, and I'm just like, wow,
Well, see,
she's a genius.
that tells you that there is hope for the future after all.
Everybody hates Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
hope for the future after all.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
6 years old.
Yeah.
6 years. Well, actually 5. She's 5.
That's
She's
great
gotta
stuff.
be 6. So I mean, and she's like having an intellectual conversation with my sister about why they do this. It was what was she talking to me about? She said something like, trying to remember the conversation my sister was telling me.
Well, while you're thinking, can I spoil something about this series? Because I
Yeah.
actually have some information. Well, apparently from what's been reported to me, James and I are actually going to be in this trilogy, and you're going to see Lando and Han Solo come back. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, no.
Always a gambler. Always a gambler.
I'm going to make sure I get the story straight for my sister, and then we'll talk about it on another cast. But because I don't want to, it's pretty funny, but I don't want to boot it. You ever hear like a joke and you don't get it right? I want to make sure I get it right. So I'll talk to my sister tomorrow and see what the story was.
Like Justin Bieber's roast. Yeah, I've seen that.
I didn't see that. How was that?
It was brutal.
Yeah. Oh no. The one thing was, I remember one of the things is that when they showed Anakin in the prequels go in the room with the kids, and then he goes like this close, and it's like, and then you hear like, my sister's trying to play it off like, everything was fine, and my godchild, she's like, he killed them all. All the kids, like all the kids and everything. He killed them all.
Yeah.
He's bad. He killed them all. Don't tell me. And she's like, fine.
Anakin was telling him, go look at the flowers.
Yeah.
Ugly. Wow.
Tell-
That's so stuff.
Someone tell Gloria she can unmute herself now.
Okay. You know what was funny about that? When Episode 3 first came out, I remember this because I was in like 5th grade when it first came out, and like it was on the news. Like Geraldo Rivera was doing a movie review for some reason,
Oh my
and he
God.
was like, "Don't go see this movie. He murders children." And I'm like, okay. It's like, all right.
I can't. All right. What's the next song?
Well, by the way, I have to interject
Sorry.
here. We have to report the story about One Direction possibly being in Doctor Who.
What?
No. No. I can't stand one.
Okay.
That's
Do
a
we
cruel
need-
joke, right?
You're joking, right? Please.
Do we need to have a special? Do we need to have a special show on this?
Yes.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
A teaser.
I
Yeah.
was actually going to do real Hoovians on that, unfortunately. But guys, it looks like it's true so far. I really want it to be true.
You gotta be kidding me.
Please tell me that they're gonna get like obliterated by a fleet of Daleks or something.
I said that, didn't I? Say that the Daleks are gonna go after him. Did I say that? No,
Yeah.
Please.
Here's the thing, okay? Well, it's everything, so whatever. I mean,
One Direction. No.
we talked about.
He's got to like get a second wind here to talk about this.
The group,
Oh
so I'm
my
like
God.
wondering if they're still going to do it. Is it going to be just 4 of them or all 5? Because they
It's just, who cares if one quit, really? He went in the other direction. No, listen, the whole point was that we just got confirmation that Doctor Who is locked. Can't be canceled till 2020, right?
Yeah.
So why are you doing Love and Monsters 2? Like, I don't understand why you're going to do a crap... Like, why would you do things that you know will get you canceled, but of course you're not going to get canceled? Like, I don't understand that. Like, why is it... I was saying to them, right? I said, why isn't the Rolling Stones in it? Why is it, like, Rush in it?
You
Metallica,
said
the Beatles.
Rush.
I mean, Geddy Lee. I don't understand... Like,
I'd rather have
actual musicians.
Yeah, like the talented musicians.
Like amazing, legendary status
back
of
when they
all the people. Like, why would you have like 5 Justin Biebers or what the hell they are in One Direction? I don't understand. Why them?
I would have
think-
watched. Sorry, Chris, go on.
This
Oh,
isn't
I-
like Billy Piper when Billy Piper was a singer. I mean, this is like.
See, I'm starting to become convinced that Stephen Moffat is actually a member of Michael Grade's family, and he's getting his revenge on Doctor Who for the fact that he canceled it the first time and it came back. So Moffat is like carrying on the family tradition and trying to just completely screw up Doctor Who so it'll get canceled. I mean, what the hell?
You mean to tell me that? Okay, say they announced this tomorrow, Mike D, right? It's gonna suck. The whole effing season is gonna suck. How could you have One Direction in there?
I'm
Well, you
having
know,
a hard time with this.
Yeah, you know me, I'll just stop watching it. Right?
This is like a bad relationship. No.
And you know what? Yeah, exactly. And you know what? You'll agree with me on the Doctor Who if they go there with One Direction.
Holy shit.
That's
Yeah.
just totally taking a piss in the face of the fans.
I
You
wanna
want to
know one
see?
thing.
You want to see a rated R Real Hoovians cast? We'll be cursing a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't get cussed. If I would be right, I would just be just as angry. I just won't cuss.
Oh,
Shit, yeah. They do that? Oh, yeah.
you know, it's. I
Back
looked
when
at that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you finish what I was. I was trying to get a word in there. Not that. Whatever. You do what you're going to say first.
I apologize because I do tend to talk over everyone, and I'm going through counseling. I'm actually going through counseling. My next meeting is tomorrow at 10 o'clock at night, and I will try to not talk over everybody. I don't.
The conversations where I could get in and stuff, but you kept on trying to find a lull too, so it was kind of like when you try to move somewhere and they, like that kind of thing. I was just gonna say that talking about the whole One Direction coming on the show, I'm like, no, please don't. I mean, back when Matt was still the Doctor, and that one picture where a lot of people post about how the Doctor might be and everything, and they had the whole picture where it looked like Matt Smith was with the Beatles. Back then, I was so wanting them to cast look-alike and have them on the show, so it would be like, so that picture could be real, kind of connect it with it. I mean, I would be happy with that kind of thing, but not
Even he doesn't
One
want
Direction.
that.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
If they're on this show,
I'm done with Doctor Who.
we need Peter Capaldi to find his inner Malcolm Tucker.
Yeah.
Rip them the whole show. That's the only way this works.
You know how this works? I'll tell you how this works. Ready? Clara
Like,
wants
fucking
me.
kidding me.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
What the fuck?
Clara what?
Clara wants him to take. This is the whole story, right? Clara asked him to go to a concert with her, right? The TARDIS arrives. He pops out. He sees them. Hell no! And goes back in, takes off, and that is their appearance.
I think it'd be better if they landed there and they saw One Direction was playing, and then the Daleks show up and exterminate them, and the Doctor's like, "Oh, nothing to see here. Let's go." And they take off.
I got one even better. I got
All right.
one even better. I got one even better.
Cyber One Direction.
Misty shows up. Misty shows up, and she tells them, "Say something nice." And then they sing to her. No, wait,
No, I got
sing to
one
her.
better than
They
that.
sing
I
to
got
her.
one better than that. I got
They
one better
sing
than that.
They
She,
sing to her, and then she blasts.
I got one better than that though. How about
What is
they're in concert, the power go out, then on stage, nothing but whipping angels.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's good. Also, here's one. It's you know how the whole thing with the fandoms were like saying, oh, okay, November 23rd is the One Direction Day, and us, Doctor Who fans were saying, no, that's the 50th anniversary for Doctor Who. But
That's why.
that's why they need to go down, because they were all about like the 50th anniversary. So they should do something like with the Angels or something. Make them. I love that idea.
Wait. They got a One
That's why.
Direction. They got a One Direction day. Did I hear that correctly?
Wait, that's why they Moffat
Oh,
owns that.
why?
Oh, no.
What have they done? What have they done to have that?
Well, wait a minute. I'm gonna hear this. I'm not trying to interrupt anybody, but I'm asking. Like, you made a statement. They actually have a One Direction day.
Yeah, on November 23rd, on the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who, they had a special release, like a movie or some kind of special release. I didn't watch it because I'm not a One Direction fan. But they were all happy, saying like, celebrating it as a One Direction day and not a Doctor Who day. And the Doctor Who fans, the Whovilians, were like, no, that's our day. It's like, you cannot beat. One Direction's been only around for so long, but Doctor Who's been around for 50 years, so it's a Doctor Who day.
So we compromised.
You know
Moffat
what? One
compromised.
Direction. Fuck you.
They have a
No.
day.
One Direction. Your balls hadn't even dropped yet. And you're acting like you're something that people should give a shit about. Doctor Who's the shit. They've been around for
Fuck
50
you,
years.
One Direction. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you, One Direction.
He
day?
owes them. He owes them. That's why Moffat owes them. Probably he thinks.
Maybe
Yeah.
Moffat's a closet One Direction fan or something.
He needs to go.
He's the closet something.
Just because you want tickets for your kids, you don't need to put them on the show.
I know he need to go to the other direction instead of one.
You know what? You know what? The new kids on the block. One Direction makes new kids on the block look like they're fucking the Rolling Stones. That's how fucking shitty they are.
That is
It's
true.
like, he's going one direction. The direction he's going is down. And
Yeah.
he
Listen.
puts them on.
Listen.
Oh my god.
Listen, step by step. Ooh, baby. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
You got the right touch. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe Moffat's
Yeah.
gonna replace the one that just left the band.
Oh no! Or maybe the Doctor. No!
And what was sad though, the one that left the band
Oh my
is
God.
the best singer. The one that left.
Yeah. Let
I-
Dude,
I don't
Joe, this is like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre story you reported to me. I'm speechless. I mean, still, like, we talked about this a couple of hours ago. I mean,
That's
what
the
the
funny
fuck are they thinking?
That's the funny thing. It's like the whole world stopped when that happened. And
Yeah.
One Direction.
everybody's like,
Holy
wait, what?
shit.
Wait, what?
I thought it was an April Fool's joke at first, but
Like, it didn't matter what was happening.
Well,
It didn't
wait a
matter
minute.
what
Yeah,
was happening.
good point, James. Are we sure that's not an April Fool's joke? Because, I mean, they could have come up with something better to get us with as an April Fool's joke than that.
Is there some type of holiday overseas that they, extend April Fools like 3 days or something?
I don't know, man, but there were people on the verge of suicide. I mean, it was bad.
Damn.
Oh, I hope not. I hope nobody's like really serious.
I gotta see some of the Twitter reactions of people they were like, "Oh my gosh, my life is over. My heart's stopping because he left." I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I would rather see a Doctor Who. I would rather see a Doctor Who musical.
Cutting themselves and everything. That's stupid.
I would rather see a Doctor Who musical that Mark Gatiss was talking about, with like singing and dancing and crap, than see.
And maybe they show up, and maybe that's when they show up, and then the Daleks come out and start singing too. 5 Daleks.
Oh,
And it's like, we're going to exterminate you, One Direction.
I think the Daleks would explode. That's probably...
Exterminate.
Exterminate One Direction. Exterminate One Direction.
This is terrible. This is terrible. Like, somebody smack him in the mouth or something.
Yeah, we need 2 live crew to show up, or NWA, and smack those bitches around.
I know that's right.
That's right, bro. Fucking old school stomping right there. Fuck that New Direction shit. I mean, what are they thinking? What is that? I mean,
have New Kids on the Block, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
I don't know what he's thinking. He's obviously got his head up his whatever. I don't know.
He's lost his mind.
Listen, you know what?
Yeah.
I can't.
Up in hell. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, right?
uh-oh.
I can't. Okay, I would rather the Spoonhead's cousin, the Fork Monster, appear than like One Direction. Please.
Well, it sounds like you may be going that direction with this series now. One Direction.
Well, I think we need a
Maybe
new showrunner.
Zorbaloaf will come back.
Yeah, somebody needs to have an intervention with Stephen Moffat.
Yeah, they need
It's
a new
intervention
showrunner.
time. Yeah.
New showrunner for real.
Yeah, and her saliva went down the One Direction because she's choking to death over there. Look at her.
We need to give
We
Gloria.
have somebody dying on the show right now because of those bastards.
Not to mention, this guy is in charge of frickin' Sherlock, too. What if he's like, hey, maybe they'd be good in Sherlock as well?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. No,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we'll get Kim
the more-
Kardashian, Kanye
the-
West on Sherlock.
The Moriarty 6.
Oh, man.
Or Paris Hilton trying to sing, you know.
I mean,
Paris
what
Judge.
is the focus here? Find Gallifrey for crying out loud. What the hell?
Well,
is
I understand, like, cross-promoting and having, like, certain people sometimes in, but it's like, I mean, come on, for fuck's sake, that's, like, so flagrantly obvious, like, this bullshit with One Direction. Like, come on.
Are we
It's like putting a
sure?
Pepsi symbol on the outside of the TARDIS.
I mean, are we sure that that's close to reality? I mean, this is like. It
Well,
can't
at least
be.
at least in the classic series, we had, like, notable actors and comedians, like John Cleese,
Yes, and see
appearing
that.
in City of Death, and then we got One Direction. I mean, what the fuck?
That's a slap in the face.
And you'll get all these casual fans who will be like, oh, this is the greatest show ever. And it's like,
Like Lord or whatever. But
Yeah, well, fuck them.
Hold on. Are they trying to turn Doctor Who into a Nickelodeon show or what?
If they're that casual that they think that that's cool, then they don't have any idea what Doctor Who's about. I mean, that strays so far from what the point of the show is. And if Moffat's going to allow that kind of garbage on here, then fuck him.
Listen, I'm going to say something right now. If anybody gives that episode a 10 out of 10, I think we're going to fly out and beat the living. Anybody.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
give that.
I think we know some people that might give that a 10 out of 10. You know,
10 out of 10? I wouldn't give it a 3 out of 10.
they've never met a show that wasn't a 10 out of 10, so they probably give that a complete thumbs up, 10 out of 10.
Who Mr. TARDIS?
and you know, the sick thing is, too, he'd probably, like, let them in the TARDIS, Moffat, and they'd be like, oh, this is great. And
Oh no!
Oh,
Moffat.
Oh my God! Just think about that. What
Everybody
if
puts
there were?
toys in the TARDIS.
What if there were?
Since when is everybody allowed in the TARDIS?
Exactly.
Well, One Direction is apparently.
No!
Hey, that might mean we get to see Adric again.
Well, they might be
I
undercover
would
Time
rather see
Lords.
us.
They could be undercover Time Lords.
Oh
I
God.
You
would-
think I
I
could go
would-
back in time to my 15th birthday? It was only like 3 days ago. Yeah, sure.
Wait a minute.
All-
They're not.
all-
They're not.
Wait. All I gotta say is, I hope Who Wars is listening. Please do a Photoshop of One Direction and Doctor Who. That's a personal request, guys. Thanks.
Do a promo. One Direction, wrong direction for Doctor Who. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No direction for Doctor.
No, that is the promo we need to do. One Direction is the wrong direction for Doctor Who.
Yes. And then send it to.
Send
get
a
it on-
complaint to the BBC.
Burn it onto a DVD. Burn it onto the DVD and send it to BBC.
I got the perfect thing.
Say
Wrong
no.
direction to Gallifrey. Wrong direction to Gallifrey.
Say no to Moffat, and go tell someone you love.
I can just imagine Capaldi getting that script and seeing, like, you know, who's going to be casting it, and he just looks up and he goes, "For fuck's sake!"
I would, if it was him, he'd probably, kill me off, because I'm gonna regenerate. I'm done.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if David Tennant was still there and Matt Smith was still there in One Direction. Now, we
But
can
you
talk
know
about
what,
this script.
David Tennant or Matt Smith could do something funny with it to just,
Oh, that's how River comes back. She comes back and she's like chasing them.
I was like, come back here.
She's got like a chainsaw. She's like, okay.
I mean, is One Direction playing One Direction?
Mess with my sweetie.
I mean, I think they can sing better than they could probably act.
They're gonna sing?
And they can't sing worth a shit too. So.
Wait a minute, just because we had, what's his name in the last season? Help me out here. Who's the singer? Foxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that mean we have a music group every season now?
Mummy on the Orient Express.
So now, but this isn't every year. Every year now we have a music group.
And
Is that
and
what
Carly
we
Minogue on Titanic thing on David Tennant's run.
Yeah.
She did a good job though.
Yeah,
They
but she
act-
pulled
they
it
act-
off. Yeah.
But they actually asked her to stay, and she even took a promotional picture with a Dalek. But then she couldn't. Like she was pondering staying as a companion. So,
Yeah, One Direction was on an episode of iCarly, and they're terrible actors. I just tell you that.
jeez.
I mean,
They-
if they're terrible actors on that show. Imagine when there's like talent around.
You want to know what it would end the real Whovians cast? That would.
Yeah, I'd be all for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Under that.
So they
Yeah.
think they would have to dumb down the audience One Direction on Doctor Who.
We're actually going to do a show on that, like when the time comes, a review. I don't even know.
Now, would you consider that the getting back to our Walking Dead cast? Is that not the creators pissing on your face and telling you it's raining? I mean, come on.
That's actually the creators dumping in my mouth
Yeah.
and burning my flesh off.
See,
And just
that's what I'm telling you. Stephen Moffat need to go. They need a new showrunner. If you're gonna bring
Yeah.
one,
I want to see. I want to see
Yeah.
the TARDIS. I want to see the TARDIS land at that like concert venue and have Clara say, "Oh, let's take a little bit of downtime, Doc." And they show up at the concert and the doors of the TARDIS open up and the Doctor walks out there and they're playing that bullshit they do. He's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, really?"
Can't they bring the Candyman back for that episode of One Direction where he kills
They
him to
probably
death with
should,
candy?
yeah.
And they shoot them and they say happiness will prevail. I mean, that's happiness patrol. Please.
They could have the Master be the One Direction concert promoter or something.
Missy would just shoot.
Work that in.
Missy would just.
or the TARDIS could have a glitch when it's landing and hear that music and it messes up the circuit board or something.
You know what could happen? The Doctor could send One Direction to the nether.
Yeah.
Wait,
the
hold
doc-
on.
the
Hey,
doc-
James. Hey, James, the cloister bell starts ringing when they land at the concert. It's
Yeah.
like imminent danger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something's
Sorry.
something's wrong with the TARDIS.
The TARDIS,
Hold on.
like, she doesn't want even stop there because she doesn't like.
Yeah, exactly.
The Doctor could send in one direction to the Nethersphere. And everybody starts screaming to death in the Nethersphere because they're singing in there. They're like, ah, get us out! And they're all like,
It's out.
and that's how Danny Pink comes home. And everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where the Doctor becomes the Valyard. He hears them singing. He's like, I'm done. I'm
Yeah,
done protecting these people.
Yeah,
It's on now.
They're like the final straw, and he becomes his Valyard. That's funny.
Yeah, the doctor's like the Master, Dalek, Cyberman. They all had their crack at me, but One Direction, they actually got to him to where he's just like flipped his lid, and he's like, oh my god, like, it's too much for him to handle.
Please tell me that they're not.
It might set him into another regeneration, actually.
Please tell me they're not in a two-parter or in the episode with Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones. That like he's taking her to a concert or something. Please tell me that.
Please tell me they're not in the fucking show at all. Yeah.
I hope it's an April Fool's thing,
They
man. I
should
hope
be
you get out of
banned
it.
from Cardiff. I mean, just keep them away.
It should be banned from any type of musical.
Hey, maybe they can make them turn out to be aliens, and Torchwood shows up and tells them, Doctor, we got to get these guys. They can't go.
Moffat will probably make them the new Torchwood.
Oh,
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
The singing career is just a cover.
oh no.
You know what I would love to see actually is I'd love to see them singing and like Davros wheels out on stage and he puts that like claw out there and like hits the button and it just like incinerates them all.
Oh, I got one better. I got
Yeah.
one better. They're playing the song, and Davros is watching them with the Daleks, and he's like, "This is why we exterminate people.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why we
The
must kill the human
doctor,
race."
the doctor, and the Daleks team up to fight One Direction for the first time, and the Master. It takes the Master because that's a whole lot of shit that they got to fight. So it's gonna take the Doctor, the Daleks, and the Master.
Davros is telling him, and the Dalek like, moving the headstalk back and forth, like,
Yeah, just like with that Tom Baker episode where he's got the two wires where he can cross them, and he's like, should I do it or not? You know, that moral sort of thing. They could have Capaldi doing that, like with plugging in their amps, and he's like, should I do it? And he's like, no, this is going to create too much chaos and fraction of the universe. And he's like, you know what, fuck it, Davros, go ahead and kill him, you know?
Or it could be Doctor Who's nightmare. It could be the Doctor's nightmare.
Then he could wake up and say, oh, that was the worst nightmare I've ever had.
Exactly.
The Dream Lord is their promoter.
Yeah.
You know what? One Direction might actually be, One Direction
Grabbing his leg, too.
One Direction might be actually what it takes to bring back the War Doctor, because he would take care of that shit.
I
No
could hear,
more.
I could
No
hear,
more.
I could hear Missy saying, "I'm hearing drums," and then she's hearing him play, and she's like, "Oh hell no!"
You the whole time?
You
He
son
was
of
dead
a-
the whole time.
Even Nicky thinks that's a shitty idea. He hates One Direction.
My God.
Right,
Oh,
Nick?
God, I can't take it.
If they're gonna do that, who gonna have next season? Justin Bieber?
No, don't even joke. Don't even put
Yeah.
that out there. Do not even put that out there. I hate him worse than I hate One Direction.
They'll put the President Obama. They'll put in the Thomas.
Well, we already had Obama in Doctor Who, right? With
Yeah.
End of Time? Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
He got turned into the master.
God. Stephen Moffat, please,
I
for fuck's
this
sake,
is like this is like a
I'd
Leave
rather
us
see
all in
Elvis
peace.
Presley on there. I'd rather see Elvis on Doctor Who than damn One Direction.
the only reason he's doing this is because it can't get canceled now.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he's doing it.
Which I was so happy about, but you know what? Now he's probably going to take a lot of liberties, and
I
it's
don't know what the hell he's doing.
even worse. Will mess the show up even worse.
Moffat really is turning into John Nathan Turner at this point, is he not?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to
Maybe
say.
he's doing
He's
this.
getting that hairstyle. He getting that hairstyle.
Maybe he's doing this to try to prevent all future complaining. Like, this is the bottom of the barrel, so, like, he could do anything and nobody will complain. They're like, well, at least it's not One Direction.
You know what he's doing? You know what he's doing? You know
Yeah.
what he's doing? He's being a real jerk because, like, there's some people that probably ask for it. He's like, I'm giving fans what they want. It's like, oh, God.
Now who wants One Direction?
There are some people that
All
probably
these
do.
casual fans and stuff, they'll be like, yeah, One Direction, let's do it.
Yeah, like 14-year-old girls or something? What?
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, in like a year or two's time, no one's going to give a shit about One Direction at all. At all.
Yeah, it's true.
They won't remember them even at all.
Yeah, Bubblegum Pop. Bubblegum Pop.
Series 10, he'll have, like, Nicki Minaj on there or something.
Holy crap.
And I'll be like, oh, great.
Oh, no, please.
No.
Oh, by
Perfect.
the way, I've got a website to plug. FuckYouStephenMoffat.com.
Yeah.
Where can I join?
Stevie Moffat, we're mad at you.
Nah,
We're mad at you.
Oh, God. This guy.
nah, burn. Nah, I got a website, burnmoffatburn.com.
Jesus. Yeah, he'll be the one to write it, too.
Yeah, he'll write it.
In his One Direction t-shirt.
Yeah, bring back Russell T. Davis, please.
I wouldn't want to be the one to write that episode.
Neil Gaiman is probably sitting there like, no, don't do it. And then,
No, he's probably saying, this is supposed to be my episode. This is why they're doing this. If I was there wouldn't be this episode.
Nah, it went from.
Bad as your least favorite episode.
Nah,
This,
it went
this
from
is
Least favorite episode, it would be worse than that.
this is actually the one uniting factor in the Hooniverse right now. Is I don't care like what community in Doctor Who podcasting has a problem with others. All of us, I guarantee you, are on the same page with this. They do not want to see One Direction on Doctor Who.
I you know what? I'm so positive. I'm basically just about guaranteeing it.
Yeah.
That nobody wants it. Nobody.
except Stephen Moffat.
Well, fuck him.
He just keeps getting marks on my book. In my book. I'm telling you, he just keeps on making me madder and madder. Avery.
You know what? We're not even doing a real audience on them. The hell with that. I won't do it. Like,
No.
I
So,
can't do it.
actually,
So we're going from the doctor's wife to one day in the doctor's life. Oh Lord, the wrong direction, not One Direction.
I'm so upset. Like, I can't even. I don't know what to say anymore. Can we just get out of this article?
what happens, the podcast should just be a bunch of bagpipes.
Can we
maybe
just?
they'll have Gene Master and Strax will be like, even he'll hate him, and he's dumb sometimes.
Can't they like go to the Jurassic era and then they accidentally go together and they get eaten by dinosaurs or something?
I think Stephen Moffat thinks it's the Stephen Moffat show. I think. What you think? I think Stephen Moffat instead of Doctor Who. I think he thinks it's the Stephen Moffat show.
Guess so.
Girls. And that'll be the only time he's right.
It's the Stephen Moffat Variety Hour.
I want to see Sutek crush One Direction.
Let me tell you something.
Or the mask.
Any villain that kills One Direction in the episode is gonna be like my favorite of all time.
Yeah, even the Whispermen, Joe.
You know what? Let the Zygons do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Or bring back the great intelligence.
Dude, One Direction is gonna make the Doctor leave Earth for good. He won't come back. He's like, you know what? He's like, I've defended you guys for this long, and you give me this shit.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's playing. Making it to where he'll finally go find Gallifrey because of them.
After 12 regenerations, and I get this.
You know what, Chris? Get us off this topic. And just go to something else. I don't even
How the
care
hell
what
am
it
I
is.
supposed to do that? I'm still
Shit.
trying to figure out whether we're in the same reality that I woke up in this morning.
Just get us a different article or something.
I think we're in an alternate timeline.
Oh! Today was April 2nd, which is Autism Awareness.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope everybody was wearing their blue shirts, which, you know, half the times I'm always wearing a blue shirt, but I made sure. But, yeah,
I had a
support.
blue shirt on
I
earlier.
had a jacket on earlier, but I had to
I have Batman on my shirt and he's wearing blue. Does that count?
Yeah.
I'm wearing
Basically.
black. I'm wearing black, but one does not need to wear color to be aware of autism
Truth.
or
True.
Right.
cancer or any
Oh,
other.
let's talk about Batman.
And if you were colorblind, you'd be wearing the right shirt now.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Well, let's talk about Superman versus Batman.
Oh, the trailer for that is supposed to air with
Mad
what film?
Max.
Yes, thank you, Chris. Yes.
Yeah.
We got some good movies coming out this summer, you know?
Oh yeah. And when is that
Vacation's
Thor movie coming out?
wait,
Third one?
vacation's been moved up from October to July 31st.
For you?
No, vacation, the movie Vacation.
Oh, I thought you meant your vacation. I was going to
No.
say, because I was like, get your ass down here so we can watch, like, Star Wars or something, and you'll be in town with me so we can watch it.
Right. No, I mean
If we don't kill
Chevy
each other.
Chase. Yeah, I know.
National Lampoon.
Listen, we went in the wrong direction, but now, yeah, I don't know, that's enough with the One Direction. No.
Yeah, that was nothing.
No,
Yeah.
listen, no matter what was happening, we were all united when we heard the news. We were all commenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
They
it's gotta
actually
be
brought
April
about
Fool's
world
Day.
peace for a second. It
Has
was
that
just
been
amazing.
confirmed? Has that been confirmed though, or is that just an April Fool's joke?
I don't know.
I
It
hope
wasn't
just
on
April
April.
Fool's
It wasn't on April 1st though, wasn't it? Like today?
joke. Oh my god.
Maybe it was a latent April Fool's joke.
What, the trailer thing for that?
Wait, is it April Fool's somewhere else right now or no?
No, it's one day.
No,
It's
no,
it's
I don't
April
know.
1st. Like, I
Unless
don't.
in a
Time
time.
zones. It wasn't
Yeah.
like.
No, I didn't get the impression that was bullshit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let me just
Really?
see if there's any articles.
But the
on
One
it.
Direction thing, that's about as absurd as to believe that would be April Fool's.
They might well bring back the Ronnie if they could do
I didn't even see that one. I saw the one where they said the show was canceled, but I knew it was fake because I knew what day it was.
You know, I don't see an article on it though. Where did we see this?
Or did somebody come up with it?
Well, I don't want to see an article to tell you the truth because that would just signify our doom.
I'd rather see Nelly on dang Doctor Who than One Direction.
Who? Nelly?
Nelly. Yeah. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Soldier Boy.
Farm Soul.
Superman, ho!
Yeah. Yeah, get Soldier Boy on Doctor Who.
Oh yeah. Or shake it.
Time Lord,
Where
woo!
you at? Oh boy.
Yeah, they could get the Doctor all blinged out. Capaldi could be all
Yeah.
blinged out with the gold chains and shit and come out there.
And put rims on the TARDIS.
I'm finding when Matt Smith was.
Oh, I found it, Joe. It came out 2 days ago, so.
Yay!
Oh man, really?
Thank God! Thank God!
So it was an April Fool's joke, huh?
Of course, 'cause we're in third
Sincerely
quarter.
hope so. They've got a photoshopped picture of them all standing in front of the TARDIS.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
thank God.
This
Hey,
is
you know
absurd.
God. Right, anybody can do that.
Oh, I've never felt so much relief.
Is this the One Direction story, by the way?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Well, fuck
Lord.
you, Moffat. You still suck.
Yeah, it took a lot of weight off my heart, thank you.
Yeah. A lot
So,
of weight off
so that tells you they went for like the very worst bottom of the barrel thing that they could do, which is report that One Direction's going to be on Doctor Who. So that really should tell you like what they think of One Direction at least.
Yeah.
I guess so.
But it is very telling that we actually believe that could be true. So that tells us something about Stephen Moffat, does
Yeah,
it not?
we have no faith in.
Yes, yeah, he's the devil. Stephen
Well,
Moffat is the devil.
Yeah, I mean, if it were that obvious as a joke, we would be laughing about it. But we actually,
Hesitate.
thought that, we were like, well, we could actually believe that would be something Moffat would actually do.
Listen, he made spoon freaking heads. I mean, how many craps does he did Santa Claus with aliens? I mean, why wouldn't you think he'd do that?
And it turned out to be a dream. But who did Clara meet up on the roof though?
One Direction. I don't know. Ridiculous. All right, give me another article, Chris. What do you got? Full House. What do you got?
I've always wondered that too. Man.
Get us out of here.
Three.
Oh, house.
Warp speed, please. Warp speed.
Full House. Yeah, they're bringing Full House back.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yep.
Wait. Hang on. That was like one of my childhood favorite shows.
Yeah, it was good. It was good back then. Yeah.
Hey,
So-
Daniel.
Is it a spin-off or is it just a reboot?
Hold on.
Daniel,
Yeah?
did you hear the news?
What?
One Direction is going to be in the new Star Trek film?
No.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Oh, Chris, you're too much.
What does magicians have with the starship?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't hold that one. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man.
It wasn't funny on Doctor Who. Damn sure ain't gonna be funny on Star Trek. I'm telling
Or
you.
spin-off.
You know, One Direction hit them with phaser or photon torpedoes or something.
No, for a little context there, Daniel. We were talking about how, like, the possibility of One Direction appearing in Doctor Who,
Okay.
and we thought it was, like, the worst thing that could potentially happen.
Hold on. Daniel.
Oh,
Wait. Daniel,
Yeah?
you know who One Direction is?
No.
Thank God.
Okay. Yeah.
you're terrible.
Daniel, you know what? I'm going to make you host a whole freaking show just for that. Because you're freaking amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. You are definitely going to host another show. All you.
Alright.
Totally serious.
He's blessed if he's heard of One Direction.
Totally serious about that. All right, so
And don't Google them either.
Don't Google him, trust me.
no, just stay away. Stay away. Stay away.
No,
right.
sure. Stop.
What do you have, Chris?
Full House.
Oh my goodness.
Full House.
Is it a prequel? I mean, not prequel. Is it a reboot or spin-off?
Sequel.
Sequel?
What
Yes.
is it called? What is it called? It's a Netflix special, right?
It's like
Netflix
Fuller House or something.
Fuller House or Fuller, whatever.
Yeah.
It's 13 episodes, right?
The same cast?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got Danny's daughter and her best friend gonna be roommates or something.
You know what I think? I think that they got that idea from Dan Schneider, the executive producer, showrunner of iCarly, because he wanted to do like a reunion of Full House on an episode during the last season of iCarly, but they turned them down. But that
see.
gave them the idea, I bet you, to have a reunion or like come back together and do a show again.
Oh, and they got the girl, you know, what's that show, Boy Meets World? Got Girl Meets World now.
I love. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about seeing.
Wow.
Did anybody see the teaser of Ash vs. the Evil Dead today?
Oh yeah, got Lucy Lawless on there too. Oh, got Xeno, Princess Warrior on
Wait,
there.
what was that about, Ash?
Ash vs. Evil Dead teaser was today.
Yeah.
Seriously?
It was
Yeah,
just all work. It was all work, but it wasn't really anything that was, you know.
They'll probably give it 2 seasons, maybe. Maybe. Oh, and X-Files coming back.
Yes, and the cigarette smoking man's guy's coming back.
I thought he got killed off.
He's back.
Must be a clone.
I never understood who was the smoking man. Is he an alien or something?
Mulder's father. Mulder and his mom had an affair back in the day. That's how Mulder got here.
Oh.
So why you think he kept Mulder alive so all them times when they could have easily killed Mulder off?
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Let's see. So what y'all think about the new Lex Luthor? I ain't heard nobody really say nothing about that.
I don't know about him.
From the Social Network to Lex Luthor, okay. No.
You know that picture that they released of him? He looks like the main vampire from I Am Legend.
Yeah.
And that like look at that thing's face and then compare it to that, and it's like he looks exactly the same.
I think they should have cast Bryan Cranston. Would have made a better Lex Luthor than the guy they got now.
I was kind of excited when there was a rumor that it was going to be Denzel Washington.
As Luthor?
Yeah.
Nah, I heard they cast him as Green Lantern, John Stewart. What I keep hearing.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
You want to do the other article I just posted, Chris?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Wait, they're actually making this movie still?
Yes.
Machete kills in space.
Help!
Is Alexa Vega going to be in it also?
Holy moly.
Of course, I don't watch this.
He's got a lightsaber machete. Okay.
Don't give him to me.
Yes, he does. Actually, hold on. There's this other article too. You could do this one too,
Okay.
Chris. It's right underneath it. I can see it.
Hold on.
Yeah, you know what? I'll space it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are they releasing Days of Future Past with Rogue?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
11 minutes, I think, right? Extra.
Yay. I love Rogue.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Are they gonna just, like, kill her off?
I don't think so.
Because, like, remember, every mutant in that movie, like, died.
Oh.
Well, not everyone, but
Oh, most of everybody.
yeah.
Some of them died in really brutal ways, too.
All right, Daniel, do you want to add anything about Star Trek?
No. That's
No.
okay. No,
What do you want to talk about?
nothing.
Oh, did I hear Star Trek?
Yeah, talk about Star Trek, Daniel. Come on.
Well,
Come on, man, get into it.
uh,
You know you want to. You don't want to talk about Star Trek. Something's wrong.
Star Trek 4? What about Star Trek 3?
Come on, Daniel.
what? All I wanted is okay.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time trying to concentrate here because
What?
I have insomnia and I haven't really. I only slept like 4 hours in the entire week.
What?
That sounds fun.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God! You know what you got to do?
You gotta get some sleep.
You got to
Yeah,
listen
Bill.
to this. You got to listen to this group called One Direction, and you might just pass out.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, Daniel, try reading.
Nah. What?
No, let him listen. Let him listen to One Direction.
No, dude, that'll give him nightmares. He'll be up even more.
No, he won't.
Now watch Superman 4.
Or class.
Actually, he could listen to a specific podcast.
Oh my
That'll
God.
put him to sleep. But
Okay, there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sammy Carter's podcast or something or what? Whatever.
We can't just pick on every little podcast that we hear about. That's just terrible.
yeah,
All right.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
we're not talking about every little podcast, just one specifically.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's
All
only
right.
so many times you can hear that something's 10 out of 10. The perfect, greatest episode ever of Doctor Who.
Oh,
Every
fantastic. Excellent, super wonderful podcast episode. Yeah.
Z.
Even I can guess who you're imitating. That was a good imitation.
That was pretty bad, actually. I could do better. I'm just tired.
Yeah, no, I that shows you how well you did it because you didn't do it as well as you could have. But I even noticed that it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
thank you. Thank you.
I got one question for everybody.
Come on,
One
bro.
question. One question for everybody. Who is your scariest Doctor Who monster ever? I want everybody's opinion. Then I give you mine.
The Absorbaloaf. Hands down.
What
Wondering-
that we actually scared of?
Yeah.
Maybe the Autons when I was little.
Yeah, the Autons are pretty scary. Yeah.
They kind of. I mean, you know what? They were kind of in other things besides that. I mean, there was always something like the Autons, like in like these old '70s type of horror movie things with the.
But I think more recent, the newer, it would have to be definitely the Weeping Angels. I mean, they freak me out
Autons.
because I know I won't be able
Weeping
to.
Angels, yeah, Weeping Angels, yeah.
If I ever was there in front of one, I know I won't be able to keep from blinking. That's what freaks me out the most.
Or the Silence, too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're leaving out Melanie Bush. No,
She went out with the exercise bike.
the Seventh Doctor's companion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Summer on Glitz.
I don't know, man. I'd be afraid of the Sixth Doctor. You know, I don't want to get strangled.
He just
yeah,
had bad regeneration. He had bad regeneration.
yeah, blame it on the regeneration.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're being giddy right now. Tired, so good night.
We're in delirium.
Well, hold on. I never
Oh.
said what mine was.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, mine would be the Weeping Angels because it takes away pretty much your entire lifetime. Because like send you back in time, everybody you know nobody. You back in time, know anybody.
Either that or they
You just stuck.
kill you on the spot, or they kill you right
Exactly.
on the spot. Yeah. So it's like that's quite creepy. Especially those baby ones, the cherubs. Oh my goodness.
Oh, while we're all here, and being that we're not going to end the podcast, why don't we just discuss in detail the Walking Dead finale again?
Oh no.
You got
For
another.
those-
Shane
Kevin-
Grimes. That's Shane Grimes right there instead of Rick Grimes.
Yeah.
He's not Shane.
He is not like him. He might be liking Jesse, but he's not like him. He didn't sleep with her yet. Now
Hey,
that
now wait a minute. He beat the hell out of a guy who was beating his wife. I mean,
Yeah.
That's understandable.
That ain't Shane.
Well, Shane did that to Carol's.
Husband. Yeah.
it's understandable. Him being protective over Jesse. That's understandable. Yes, he might have a crush on her, but he didn't make a move on her yet. He
Yeah,
will
but-
move with her now that she's a widow.
Yeah, but she also asked him, "Would you do that for somebody else?" And he said no.
He would have.
Still,
He
it's
could have.
still not the full
No, Rick's
for it.
Rick's a player. He knows how to move in on a hoe. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
But
but
you gotta remember, bros before hoes.
Not always, bro.
Yeah, that is
he
true.
was
yeah,
respectful.
Daryl was nowhere to be found. So
He was respectful of her enough to not make a move on her completely to where it's 100% like where she had to, turn him down flat out.
Yeah, but
plus
no,
she
Rick knows how to play
She
the
was
game.
feeling Rick. Yeah, she was feeling Rick too now.
Rick knows how to play the game. He makes them come to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Carl.
Player. Well, Carl playing in the woods. Mm-hmm. Him and the girl in a tree.
Yeah, almost. He wanted to.
A
And
very
I don't know if
conveniently
you guys-
placed tree.
I don't know if any of you guys watched the episode where I was talking, or the podcast with Joe where I was actually explaining what I thought about that scene. He totally wanted to, but he was afraid to because he felt the same way she does about him, afraid of him, or scared. He makes her scared. And then because she says to him, whenever he obviously wanted to kiss her, but he was holding back, so she said, "Oh, you're scared of me too." So she likes him, and that's what she meant by she's people.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I mean it's implied.
No, man. No, the dangerous, scary chicks are always the fun ones to be with, you know?
But
You just
that's
don't marry them, you know?
That's what she meant when
Yeah.
she said, "You're afraid of me. You're scared of me too." Because she said earlier, she said, "You make me scared." And then when they're in there, and he obviously shows that he wants to kiss her, but he was holding back. She said, "So you're scared of me too."
Yeah.
He tried
And what about Sasha?
to get to him.
What about Sasha? Sasha is batshit crazy.
Yeah,
She's
losing it.
batshit crazy.
She's done gone lost
I'm
her
sorry.
mind.
Yep. Gonna kill all them walkers, then gonna lay on top of them like.
Yeah, she's wasting ammo, guys. She's wasting the ammo doing that. Because she's never going to be able to keep them all.
Nope. And plus, how didn't a preacher not get killed?
I agree on that
How did
one.
he get killed?
Maggie stopped Sasha from killing him. Because even though Maggie doesn't like him, she didn't want Sasha to do that.
Wah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And Glenn done became the new Rick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
He's
I
the
can
new Rick.
understand, 'cause I can't stand that guy, Nicholas. He's like, your fault that no one's dead. And I'm like, I totally agreed with you.
Yeah, I don't like Nicholas either.
I'm glad he didn't kill him, though, because Glenn's not like that. So I'm glad he didn't kill him,
I'm
but
sorry. I would have killed him. You gonna shot me in the shoulder? You gonna throw 3 walkers on top of me and me not kill him? What universe did that happen?
he would have been justified had he did it, but I'm sort of glad he did. Because now maybe Nicholas will straighten up.
Screw that.
Yeah.
Nicholas is going to
straight
be
up.
making food soon.
Yeah, I actually think he won't be the way he was, but I think he will get so Nicholas will. So.
And then you got the wolves at the door. Arroo! Techno music playing. Boy, that was cool. Boy, Aaron and Daryl, boy. Shoot, thank God Morgan showed up.
I did scream at a lot of parts of the finale, just like they said we would. I didn't cry though, like they said that we would, but I did scream. I screamed when Glenn got shot in the shoulder. I screamed when the walkers were on top of him. I screamed when Aaron and Aaron were stuck in the car. I screamed at a lot of parts in that.
Well, when Morgan first showed up, he was up there talking to the wolves, and old boy trying to sneak him from behind. He came out like a Jedi.
I just got sent an article on Facebook, and I'm kind of sad and disturbed by it.
Uh-oh.
It says, after the success of the Lego movie, Hollywood is making a Play-Doh movie.
Oh, crap.
Are you serious?
Play-Doh. Fox greenlights live-action Play-Doh movie.
Really?
Holy crap.
I'm done. I'm done.
Isn't there a
People
Monopoly
still
movie
play
coming
with
out?
Play-Doh? Do people still play with Play-Doh?
I think people are eating Play-Doh, and that's where these ideas are coming from.
Or I don't know, they with that bath salt or something.
They've been eating the toxic kind. They've been eating the toxic kind, and now they think that's great entertainment because they've been eating the toxic kind of Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
I ain't seen Play-Doh. Oh my God, been years. I thought they didn't make it no more.
They still have it. It's just no longer toxic anymore. They have like
I used to like Presto Magics. Remember those? Or no?
Oh yeah.
Or Shrinky Dinks. So, all right, gang. I think it's down to the wire. It's time to end.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for
I'm gonna
everybody.
put the link in the comment here, in the comments here.
Okay.
Joe, I think you made the right direction. I mean,
Yes. Yes, we've got a lot of different topics covered. You know.
great episode, great podcast.
No, you guys made it great. It was pretty good. So, all right, man. That's it. Well,
Let's not forget, check out Who Wars on Facebook.
yes.
Our friends at Who Wars over there. They're
Yes.
funny guys.
They really are.
yeah, it makes you go ha ha ha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Take care. Okay, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, and I hate you, Joe.
Okay.
That was a joke, guys.
God bless you, bro. God bless you.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye for now.